To the Charlotte Motor Speedway, Jim Celania with race week 91, and they're about ready to go racing. So let's go down to our Benny Parsons for the All-Pro Auto Parts 300, where they're about ready to take the green.
For the first time in his Busch Grand National career, Ward Burton brings the field down for the start of the All-Pro Auto Parts 300. Hal Simmons throws the green flag.
Pole sitter Ward Burton showed his strength and led early in the All-Pro Auto Parts 300, but it didn't take long for the yellow to come out. Morgan Shepherd in the 97 car dropped an engine in turn 4. Earnhardt hits the oil and his brakes at the same time. The chain reaction begins. 15 or 20 Grand National cars collected, all of them looking for a hole in the smoke, a place to hide. When it was all over, most of them did. Most of them made it through, but not Hut Strickland in the 92 car. His sponsor, Stanley Tools, their first race ever, and they made it all of 3 laps. And now for the accident of the day. It's the one that caused the big stir at the track. Phil Parsons spins in turn 4. Behind him, Dale Earnhardt in the 3 car. Was Parsons bumped? The accident unfortunately collected the 44 car of Busch points leader Bobby Labonte. His car suffered major damage and assured him of losing the lead at the end of the day to Kenny Wallace. Now the man in black was sent to the penalty box, or black flag, for the rest of the race. In other words, he was thrown out for rough driving by Director of Racing Robert Black. But was Robert Black right? Did Dale Earnhardt spin Phil Parsons out?
I hit him with the front end when he was broadside, and they said I spun him out. Robert Black says you got to park it for rough driving. The man spins out in front of you and you can't miss him, you hit him. That's pretty good when the guys up there can control a race like that, ain't it?
Let's slow it down, and you be the judge. Dale said they did not touch. It appears that Earnhardt might have taken the air off of Parsons' rear spoiler and his car just got loose. It does not look like they touched. In fact, later after the race was over, NASCAR came to Earnhardt up in the condominiums in turn 1 and apologized for making a bad call. But the damage to Labonte's car turned out to be the main byproduct of the wreck. His crew did a marvelous job tearing metal off that 44 machine and getting him back in the race. Labonte's crew chief is his father, who wasn't too thrilled with the outcome.
Charlotte track is always known for the certain circuit show it has, but looked like they got all the squirrels on the track today at one time.
After another restart, watch the wild ride Robert Presley takes between turns 3 and 4. Around the world in 8 seconds for the Asheville native. This might be a record for number of spins in one lap at the Speedway. Now to the other side of the track, Dave Resendez in the 79 car in turn 2. Tough way to make a living on some days. He was taken to Cabarrus Memorial Hospital, treated for a pulled neck muscle, and released. Now back in turn 4, from one dilemma to another. Mike McLaughlin from Waterloo, New York, is known as Magic Shoes. Change that to Hot Shoes. He was okay, suffered no burns, didn't go to the hospital, said he was feeling well. After all that action, the field was ready for the halfway break at 100 laps. Darrell Waltrip was wondering about that Ward Burton car.
I gotta get back in my car. I gotta find out what a Gawatney is. Y'all got 1 minute.
And while these guys are sitting still, let's take a look at Phil Parsons' rear end. Well, you know what I mean. Is there evidence he was touched by Earnhardt earlier in the race? It looks clean. And Phil wasn't even sure what happened.
I thought it was awfully close. He said he ran up on me real fast. And, if he did hit me, it was ever so slightly, but you know, it doesn't take much to turn him around. So honest to goodness, I really don't know.
On the restart for the second half of the All-Pro Auto Parts 300, the 27 car of Ward Burton was still tough. Looked like a sure winner if nothing went wrong. Something did go wrong for Shauna Robinson. Right down the front stretch, close racing, her 49 Buick went out of control. Scary pictures. In between hitting the walls, lots of flames and twisted metal. The crowd went silent as they cut her out of the torn-up race car. Finally, she did come out, waved and said, "I'm all right." She was taken to Cabarrus Hospital, will stay there overnight. All vital signs are good. She should be fine. Now back to the action. Ward Burton in that red and white 27 car still looked like he had the field covered. But there was a problem. While his competition came in for gas, he stayed out. A major mistake. Benny talked with his crew chief.
We'll be all right. We was fast enough early in the race. We come from behind and passed them all. We get fresh tires about 150 in, we can pass them back.
You got to pass them all, though, you know. Yeah, there'll be another yellow for this is over.
Kenny Wallace would flex his muscles occasionally in that 36 car, but with Labonte in trouble, all he needed today was a good finish. And he got it, enough to lead by 33 at the end of the day. When Ward Burton finally came in for gas, it was a little late. He was already out of gas. To make matters worse, they couldn't even push start the car after refueling. An agonizing learning experience for this young driver and his team. Back to the track, Harry Gant was one of those drivers who took on fuel, and the Bandit would roll to his third straight Busch win and a $40,000 bonus. So on the same day the Braves clinch, Harry chopped his way to another win. So the winner of the All-Pro Auto Parts 300 is, guess who? Harry Gant, his third straight Busch win.